The Tottenham Hotspur players are due back in training next week. The Premier League will resume sometime in June. Danny Rose says he doesn't care less about the nation's morale. Juan Foyth could be heading out the door this summer. And Steven Bergwijn and Heung-min Son are back in London. Welcome back to another video. Hope you're all keeping safe and well. Today is Monday, the 11th of May, and I'm going to go through all of the Tottenham news from the last 24 hours. Let's start with some headline news today. Danny Rose has been talking about the possibility of the Premier League returning for the 2019-2020 season. Of course, he is on loan at Newcastle United, but Tottenham Hotspur still have 9 games left this Premier League season. With the latest government announcement from Boris Johnson yesterday, it is being said that the Premier League season will be restarted in June. This is what Danny Rose thinks of the idea.
Like, the government saying, bring football back because it's going to boost the nation's morale. I don't give a fuck about the nation's morale, bro. Like, people's lives are at risk, so it's just, do you know what I mean? Like, football shouldn't even be spoke about, like, coming back until the numbers have dropped, like, massively.
No, real rap. No, I hear you, don't.
Nah, it's bollocks, bro. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm supposed to go back to. I think I'm getting tested on Friday.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to wait and see.
So there you have it. That was Danny Rose talking about the possibility of the 2019-2020 season being restarted sometime in June. Now, if Premier League players feel like this, how do you think that it is going to actually restart? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you, as a Tottenham fan, feel about the season resuming? Because there must be so many Premier League players who are not comfortable in coming back to complete this season. A report out today from Spanish outlet Mundo Deportivo, and they are stating that Tottenham are now offering out defender Juan Foyth. It is understood that Jose Mourinho wants to bring in an experienced centre-back for the 2020-2021 season. Now, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Juan Foyth to be sold or even to be swapped for a player. What are your thoughts? A report out today from the Evening Standard, and they are stating that Heung-min Son is now back in London, having completed his 3-week military training in South Korea. They have also stated that Steven Bergwijn is also back in London. They are both back in London ahead of the Tottenham training session that will hopefully go ahead sometime next week, where they will be training with the rest of the Tottenham Hotspur squad. But both of them will now be in self-isolation for the next 14 days. A report has come out today from Sky Sports, and they are stating that Premier League clubs have now voted to allow contract extensions for players that current deals run out on the 30th of June. A report came out today from the Daily Mirror, and the heading states, Premier League can resume next month as government gives go-ahead to season restart. The subheading is, as part of his plan to bring the UK out of lockdown, Boris Johnson has stated that sport will be permitted to be broadcast from behind closed doors from the start of next month. The Premier League could resume behind closed doors as early as the 1st of June after the government gave the green light to restart the season. A 60-page roadmap was released by the government on Monday afternoon, in which various protocols were outlined, including the return of professional sport. The article goes on to read, the news is a welcome boost for the Premier League, who held a meeting with their 20 clubs on Monday, but when the news of the government's plan emerged, there was no comment from the top flight. The interesting bit in this article reads, it is less clear when supporters will be able to return to venues. The document talks about venues such as cinemas and hairdressers reopening in step 3 no earlier than the 4th of July, but states some venues which are by design crowded and where it may prove difficult to enact distancing may still not be able to reopen safely at this point, or may be able to open safely only in part. Nevertheless, the government will wish to open as many businesses and public places as the data and information at the time allows. So it is being widely reported that the Premier League teams, including Tottenham Hotspur, will be back training as early as next week, and the Premier League will resume sometime in June behind closed doors. Now let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Is this a good decision? Is it the right decision? Are they doing the right thing? The government, the FA, the Premier League resuming for the 2019-2020 season? Or is this completely wrong? A report out this evening from the Daily Mirror, and the heading is, every Premier League club against playing in neutral venues, says Chief Executive. It then goes on to read, Premier League Chief Executive Richard Masters has revealed they will lobby the government in further talks this week to try and persuade them to change their position. The article then says Richard Masters has admitted that every club is against playing in neutral venues. At the bottom of the article it states, Mirror Sport has been told up to 12 clubs spoke up against neutral venues, and one of the most vocal opponents from the bigger clubs is understood to be Tottenham chairman Daniel Levy. It then says it now puts the whole debate back into the melting point as the clubs rally together to try and play out the season on their terms rather than having to use the 8 to 10 neutral venues being proposed to stop the threat of fans turning up at the stadiums. Richard Masters is then quoted in the article stating, just to reiterate, that I think everyone would prefer to play home and away if at all possible, and I think it's clear to see that some clubs feel more strongly about it than others. Obviously, from the authorities' perspective, some authorities think that playing those matches at approved stadiums, not the home venues, is the safest way forward. Masters then goes on to say, I think that some of our clubs would argue that in relation to policing their own fans, and that they have a good relationship with them, and that they encourage their own fans not to turn up outside their home venues while they're playing games behind closed doors. As I said at the start of the video, today is the 11th of May, and on this day in 1993, right at the end of the first ever Premier League season, Tottenham played Arsenal at Highbury, with Tottenham winning that one 3-1. On this day in 1997, Tottenham played at home against Coventry City, with Coventry winning that one 2-1. On this day in 2002, Tottenham played away at Leicester City, with Leicester winning that one 2-1. On this day in 2003, Tottenham played at home against Blackburn Rovers. Sadly, Blackburn won that one 4-0. On this day in 2008, Tottenham played at home against Liverpool, with Liverpool winning that one 2-0. And on this day in 2014, just 6 years ago, Tottenham played at home at White Hart Lane against Aston Villa, with Tottenham winning that one 3-0. Former Tottenham midfielder and assistant manager Gus Poyet believes that Tottenham Hotspur Football Club need to give Jose Mourinho up to 3 years before he will deliver silverware at Tottenham. He said they decided to go for a change and they went for a manager like Jose Mourinho who likes to win things, which is what the Tottenham fans are looking for. Now, if it was right or wrong, time will tell. What I will say is if you give him 3 years at the club, I will be surprised if he doesn't win a trophy. I will be very surprised. Now let me know in the comments section below, as Tottenham fans, how do you think that Jose Mourinho will get on in the next 3 years? Do you believe that Jose Mourinho is the right man to deliver Spurs some silverware? Thanks for watching today's video. If you don't subscribe to the channel, please do hit that subscribe button. I'll see you tomorrow for some more Tottenham news. Stay safe and well. Come on, you Spurs. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you like the shirt I've been wearing in today's video, you can order one of these shirts and many, many more from toffs.com. You can also get in touch with them by email. It is enquiries@toffs.com. All of the links are in the description box below this video. They have an absolutely superb range of retro Tottenham shirts, so don't miss out.